It's one of winter's oldest debates, a choice every person faces the first time the temperature really drops. Mittens or gloves? At first glance, the question seems almost trivial, like choosing between a scarf and a neck gaiter. But as anyone who has fumbled with a frozen zipper or had to cut a ski day short because of numb fingers knows, this decision is far from simple. So let's break it down.
Warmth. Here's the core truth. All things being equal, mittens are warmer than gloves. Let me explain why, because it's simple physics. Gloves isolate each finger in its own fabric chamber. This design choice dramatically increases the total surface area exposed to the cold air, allowing your body heat to escape more quickly. Mittens, on the other hand, group your fingers together, minus the thumb, into a single compartment. This is like creating a small, shared heating system for your hand. Your fingers pull their collective warmth, creating a microclimate that's much more efficient at retaining heat. Think of it as a sleeping bag for your hand versus individual sleeping bags for each finger. The shared space is simply more thermally efficient. This makes a massive difference in truly cold and windy conditions, or for people who have poor circulation or hands that just run cold. Grip and handling. Directly related to dexterity is grip, but it's worth discussing on its own. Gloves generally offer a more secure and natural grip on objects like ski poles, ice axes, or even a steering wheel. Because each finger can wrap independently, you can apply pressure more precisely and feel more connected to the object you're holding. This can be a significant factor for skiers who rely on their pole plants for rhythm and balance, or for anyone who needs to handle tools in the cold. Manufacturers of mittens try to compensate for this with textured palms and reinforced materials, which definitely helps. You can certainly hold a ski pole securely with a good mitten. However, the nuance of grip is lost. It's the difference between holding a tool and truly wielding it. For tasks that demand a firm, articulate grasp, gloves provide a superior connection and more confident handling. Activity fit. So here's how we put it all together. The right choice depends entirely on what you plan to do. Are you gearing up for a day of resort snowboarding in sub-zero temperatures, where your main interactions are with the lift bar and your board? Mittens are likely your best friend, keeping you toasty on those long, cold chairlift rides. Are you a cross-country skier, a winter runner, or someone heading into the backcountry where you'll be constantly adjusting layers, checking maps, and handling equipment? In that case, gloves are the more practical choice, as your body will be generating its own heat, and your priority will shift toward dexterity and moisture management. For children, mittens are often the superior option because they are easier to put on and are significantly warmer, which is crucial for keeping kids happy and safe in the snow. The activity dictates the priority, and the priority dictates the handwear.
Layering strategy and fit. This brings us to a final crucial point. Your handwear is a system, not just a single product. A layering strategy is a smart approach for any winter activity. Wearing a thin merino wool or synthetic liner glove inside a larger mitten gives you the best of both worlds. You get the superior warmth of the mitten for the majority of the time, but when you need to answer a text or adjust a binding, you can slip the outer mitten off and perform the task with the liner, all without exposing your bare skin to the freezing air. Regardless of what you choose, fit is everything. A glove or mitten that's too tight will restrict circulation, making your hands colder, not warmer. You should have a small amount of air to trap at the fingertips, as this air is what your body heats to create an insulating layer. When trying them on, make sure you can comfortably form a fist without the material feeling restrictive.
temperature range. Let's talk about temperature ratings, because this is where the theory meets reality. While many brands offer their own warmth ratings, these are often relative and can be misleading. A more practical way to think about it is in terms of temperature bands. For mild winter days, hovering around freezing, 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius, a good pair of insulated gloves will often suffice, especially if you're active and generating body heat. As the temperature drops into the teens and single digits, around -10 degrees Celsius to -15 degrees Celsius, the advantage of mittens becomes much more pronounced. In these conditions, particularly with wind chill, the shared warmth inside a mitten provides a significant comfort and safety margin that many gloves struggle to match. For extreme cold, think polar expeditions or days where the temperature plummets well below 0 degrees Fahrenheit or -18 degrees Celsius, heavy-duty expedition mittens are essentially non-negotiable. One study that tested various handwear in extreme cold found that high-end mittens consistently maintained higher hand temperatures than even heavily insulated gloves.
Comfort and feel. Beyond the technical specifications, there's a subjective element of comfort that shouldn't be ignored. For many, there's a certain cozy, comforting feeling to wearing mittens. The unconfined space allows your fingers to relax in a more natural position, which can reduce fatigue over a long day. Gloves, by their nature, are more restrictive. Even the best-fitting glove encases each finger, and that constant contact with material can feel less comfortable to some wearers. However, for others, the close fit of a glove provides a sense of connection and control that they find more comfortable and confidence-inspiring. Sweat management is also a factor. During high exertion activities, the individual finger channels in gloves can sometimes manage moisture better than the single chamber of a mitten, leading to a drier and therefore warmer feel. Ultimately, comfort is personal. What feels cozy to one person might feel clumsy to another. So it's worth trying on both styles to see what feels right for your hands and your planned activities. Final thought. You don't have to pledge allegiance to one camp. Many seasoned winter enthusiasts own both a reliable pair of gloves and a warm pair of mittens, choosing between them based on the day's conditions and planned activities. Or they invest in a versatile 3-in-1 system or a lobster-style mitten to get the best of both worlds. The smartest choice is the one that keeps your hands warm, dry, and functional for whatever the winter day throws at you.